recent brands they made, this Manchester and Prague and Dublin. They're probably not very well made, are they?
I think there's a bit of false advertising behind them. The Dublin one, I'm sure the people of Dublin and the people of Manchester and the people of Prague wouldn't be very happy. It's a style. I don't think maybe they're trying to. It's good marketing, of course, and they call it their city collection. And of course, there's Manchester United fans in town, and there's a pub called the Dubliner in town. So I guess they get good cross-referencing from that beer in their pub. But Manchester in England isn't a famous place for making beer. In fact, it's more famous for football than it is for beer. So I'm not sure why they chose that. And it's not an ale. So England is famous for producing ales, and Manchester isn't an ale. It's still a lager. But I still think they're doing a good thing. They're understanding now that they need to actually do something a little bit different. Otherwise, they are going to become boring. Because now you've got guys like Punk IPA or the Belgian ones or the Finnish ones coming in that have got lots of flavour. Then they need to start doing something to keep their share of the market. You talk about Lithuania, that has it's quite famous for having its own small breweries, microbreweries, for producing its own style of beer. Latvia has its own microbreweries too, producing small quality craft beers, whereas Estonia doesn't. Okay, there's Beer House, which is a beer restaurant in town, which I think could do better, but of course they're a restaurant. And there's the brewery up in northeast Estonia, Sillamäe, which produces very, very, very good beer. But they're doing it on a very small level. But other than that, it doesn't seem to be a real ambition to produce locally produced beers, which is why maybe it's quite disappointing that all these import beers are coming in and really growing the market, when really there could be smaller producers in Estonia producing quality Estonian beers made with Estonian products. A beer writer, English beer writer, came to Estonia, and he mentioned to me that Latvia and Lithuania were ahead of Estonia, but he said that Estonia, and especially Tallinn's Old Town, had the perfect drinking culture environment. I don't mean like drunks or drinking in the street. What I mean is it's a very pretty place, same as Prague, to have outdoor terraces, people sitting enjoying beers. And he said that was the one thing that he saw missing in Tallinn, was that there wasn't that jewel in the centre of Tallinn, like its own small microbrewery producing something that it was proud of. This is probably the most expensive beer you can get in Estonia. I think it's, in our shop, we sell it for 27 euros. It's made using champagne yeast. It's a beer, but it's using the champagne method. So the same as that you store a champagne and you turn it and you turn it, the same has happened to this beer. But just looking at it, you wouldn't think that's a beer. And this is what the brewers in Belgium, it's from Belgium, want to do, is to try and get people thinking beer should be like wine. You should serve it, it comes, you drink it out of a champagne style glass. If you go into a restaurant in Belgium, they quite often will give you the beer menu before they give you the food menu, before they give you the wine menu. Because again, they have this culture of beer goes very well with food. And why shouldn't it? Because it's got great flavours. Estonian food is perfect for beer.